Welcome to the Big Cat Lounge podcast. I'm your host, Big Cat KZ. Thank you so much for listening in. The Big Cat Lounge is where we interview guests in a casual lounge setting from all over the world. We are on the way to achieving Big Cat international status, as we need 169 more countries to capture a voice from everywhere in the world. New episodes are dropped weekly on all places you listen to podcasts. Please rate and subscribe to help us grow. Welcome to the Big Cat Lounge podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's cast comes from Enfield, England, UK, where he's the founder of Contapp, innovating sustainable, streamlined business card management. He is on a journey to organize business cards efficiently while helping to tackle the global issue of reducing paper waste. Contapp is as simple as scan, save, and share. We welcome Giuseppe Milazzo to the Big Cat Lounge podcast.
Hello, how are you doing?
Doing well. So tell me, how did you get started in this business?
Well, my background's always been in marketing, so I was always going to networking events, meetings, exhibitions, and like a lot of people probably listening to this, you come back with loads of business cards that, you can't remember what you spoke about, where you met, who the person was. So I was just thinking there must be an easier way to, manage and use these business cards. So I downloaded the top 5 apps, and I was really disappointed with, the look of them and how they were being used. The best way I can probably describe is like Windows 98. So like really clunky, grey, pointed corners. And given my background, my background's also graphic design. So I went home, done a lot of market research, designed the app exactly how I liked it, based on the negatives of what was already available. And within like 5 or 6 months, we had an app in the App Store.
That is impressive. I mean, it's very difficult to start up on the ground, and you guys were able to do so organically, right? Because you started in February and you had no outside investment or paid advertising.
Yeah. So we've grown completely organically. We've got no outside investment. We're completely bootstrapped. No marketing spend at all. And we've got over 500 active users now around the world. So a lot of that is down to our branding. Our branding's really cool. We like to engage with users, and I think we're quite a fun kind of startup. We're not too corporate, but we kind of get the job done kind of thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But you're doing more than just scanning, business cards, right? You're making them into a community.
Exactly that. So how Contapp works is there's 3 ways of using it. It works as a digital business card, a business card scanner, and a business card manager. So, for example, if you've just come out of college, you can download our app and actually use it as a business card. Because business cards are actually quite expensive to print and design. From our market research, we found that it's about £400 per staff, per employee per year. Which, if you've got 10 people in your staff that needs business cards, that's like £4,000 every year, which is quite a lot of money where you can put that towards different area of business, really.
Just being able to start like with no outside investment, that can be very challenging, right?
Yeah.
But you've had some prior history before being able to do this, so you're able to just venture in and go full on.
Well, I think where my background helped a lot was marketing, branding, graphic design, social media. Yeah. So I think if I didn't have that experience, then I'd have to look for investment or outsource a lot of this stuff, which would obviously cost money. So I think with my experience that I've gained over the past years, it's helped me kind of do this bootstrapped. Whereas, if you try and find a tech startup which is bootstrapped, they'll be very hard to come by. So our startup's pretty unique in that sense.
Could you explain just for those that don't know, like what bootstrapped means? If you could elaborate some further.
Yeah, so bootstrapped is kind of like building a business using the resources that you've got at home or in the office. So that means, your own computers, Basically, not looking for outside investment, but still growing a business. So, looking for organic ways to grow. So social media, networking, partnerships, collaborations, to still continue to grow, but without the need of paying for magazine adverts or PPC adverts on Facebook and Twitter, etc. And yeah, if anyone needs any tips, my DMs are always open on LinkedIn. So yeah, feel free to drop me a message and I'll be more than happy to help.
Yeah, we'll do. And that's how we connected as well, through LinkedIn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's just another platform again to communicate with others, and it's a unique community as well.
Yeah, I really like LinkedIn. I think that's one of my most used tools actually for business, because everyone on there is effectively in business. So it's great to network on there, communicate, share content. And yeah, I urge anyone who's not on LinkedIn to get on LinkedIn and start networking.
Yeah, I encourage as well my community and everyone that I speak with. I started being more active, I guess, a year and a half ago, and really just being able to make an impact to lives all over, and just to be able to see your footprint. We've launched this podcast now since June of last year, and we've been able to record over 50 episodes and over 25 different countries. So just having that reach and that impact and to knowledge share makes a big difference.
Yeah, 100%. And I suppose with your podcast as well, it's very business orientated. So it probably wouldn't, be beneficial to just market on Facebook or LinkedIn or, sorry, not LinkedIn, on Instagram and Facebook. LinkedIn is more of a business community, isn't it? Which is probably down to the success of your podcast.
Yeah, we've done variety of guests all over. You name it, like fitness coaches, anthropologists. So just to really understand and reflect from others' backgrounds and others' perspectives, because a lot of us, we only know what we know from where we live or just what we hear on the news. So it's really segregated. So being able to bring that and have a different perspective from an outsider.
Yeah, it's really important.
And you were able to launch on a product hunt recently, right? Tell me about that campaign and how it's going thus far.
Yeah, well, Product Hunt, for those that don't know, is a platform for startups and businesses to launch their product to the Product Hunt community. So there's a lot of tech enthusiasts on there, business leaders, etc. And where our platform's pretty unique and innovative, we believe that it was one of the main places to actually launch our app on there. And yeah, it's going all right. I mean, we're not driving too much traffic to it. It was mainly just to test the waters kind of thing. And, yeah, we've got quite a good response from there. We've got some downloads from there. We've actually got some contacts off of the listing as well. So yeah, I think these things kind of take time. You can't expect to post a product on Product Hunt and then expect like 1 million people to love it and download the app. Funny enough, that's actually how Slack started. So do you know Slack, the software?
Yeah, they went on Product Hunt.
Yeah, so that's how they actually started. It was on Product Hunt.
Interesting. Yeah.
So yeah, if we can have a small percentage of their success, then I'll be more than happy.
Today's sponsor is Anchor FM app. Go download the free Anchor app today to get started. You can find it at your Play Store or App Store. It's everything you need to make a podcast, and it distributes everything for you so it can be heard on multiple platforms such as Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, and many more. This is what I'm currently using right now to edit and record my podcast, and you can do so from your phone or computer. And the tools are really easy to use to help document the Big Cat Lounge journey. So what are you waiting for? Go today and download it. If I were to start today to test out your app, there's a free plan and also a premium plan. And the free plan would just have up to 35 business card slots.
Yeah, so that's right. So there is a free plan where you get up to 35 business card slots. You also get all of the cloud features, cloud backup automatically, all the search features, filter options, sharing amongst Contapp and non-Contapp users as well remotely. And then the premium plans obviously introduce other beneficial features, as well as unlimited business card slots as well. But the main reason for bringing in premium was actually we've made it very affordable for everyone. So as I mentioned, if you've just come out of college and you want to buy a premium plan, they actually start from just £1.33 per month. So, our most expensive plan is £2.49 per month. So, for the sake of a few pounds, you can kind of get all singing, all dancing premium plans at Contapp.
Yeah, and it'd be like an all-in-one personal business hub, right? Where
Exactly that. Yeah. So rather than your average business card scanner, which I'm not going to lie, there's millions of them around, but none of them actually do all three. So none of them are a business card scanner, and a business card manager. But I think the main differential about ours is that we've got more features in our app, but it's the actual layout of the app which is so easy to use. I'm not sure if you've used it or not, but if you compare our app to the top 5, Camcard, Abbey Card Reader, you'd be pretty shocked actually at the difference compared to ours and theirs, because they've got like 100 million plus downloads, but if their UI and actual app interface was good, I think they'd be able to times that by 10. Which is where we've got the upper hand, really. So
yeah, and that's another thing I've noticed, that you have like 98% success rate, like 5 stars on your reviews on the App Store.
exactly that.
Unheard of.
So about 96% of all App Store reviews on Apple and Google Play Store are 5 stars.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
We've got about 150 reviews. So what's that? I'd say about five reviews which are below 5 star, which is amazing for us. And like I said, everything's completely organic. Everything's all original and genuine reviews. And that's kind of a good reflection of our startup, really, and how we are as a business.
Mm-hmm. And where do you see yourself, I guess, in the next 5 years with the company? You have a roadmap and a vision, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we've got a pretty exciting roadmap, actually. One of the main ones is to integrate with leading softwares that business professionals are using at the moment. So the likes of LinkedIn, Slack, Zoom, Google Calendar, Calendly, Microsoft Teams, Google Drive. So as you mentioned before, Contapp is pivoting towards being more of a personal business hub rather than just a business card scanner, which makes everything a lot more streamlined. So from the point of having a business card in your library, you can set up meetings from there via Zoom or Google Calendar. You can send that contact to your office manager via Slack or Google Drive. So everything's just a lot more streamlined in that sense, which again, none of the competition are currently doing at the moment. So,
yeah, I see that on your website it says you help save 7.2 million trees every year worldwide.
Exactly that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy statistic. It's 7.2 million trees are destroyed every year just for business cards. So by switching to Contapp, we could potentially all, as a community, save 7.2 million trees. But it's more convenient, more cost-effective, more sustainable, easier to use and manage. So I think this is more of an education process rather than saying download the app is so good kind of thing. There's no tricks to this. It is as simple as a digital solution to an old age problem that everyone in business is experiencing with printed business cards. Yeah, it's as simple as that, really. Hence why we're trying to get as many people on our startup journey as possible to realize that there's no tricks to this. It is as simple as that.
And if I were to, so if I haven't downloaded the app yet, but if I were to download it
Yep.
and then I reach the 35 business card slots and I want to
Yep.
upgrade to premium,
Yep.
what type of benefits would I get? Do I get access to the Discord community? Is that like a part of the membership, or how does it work?
Yeah. So Discord community is actually available for everyone, whether
Oh,
you're a Contapp user or not. However, once you go into premium, you actually get access to the premium channel on Discord. So on there, we'd have exclusive announcements on there for premium customers. Um, you get exclusive benefits, exclusive access, beta testing access as well for new features, which is just for premium users. In terms of the Discord community for all users, we're trying to create a kind of a space where everyone can communicate with each other and share, tips, content ideas, general discussions about startups, business, marketing. So it's more of a community to help each other rather than, just sharing feedback on Contapp, which I think is really important from a startup founder's point of view. Because
yeah.
I think we all need that little bit of help sometimes, but a lot of people are willing to say yes, I'll be able to help, but when it actually comes to it, they're too busy to help. So yeah, that's kind of what we've done. But in terms of the premium plans, yeah, you get a lot of extra features. The main one being that you get unlimited business card slots. So if you wanted to, you could carry 50,000 business cards via your smartphone if you wanted to. And yeah, extra benefits that are all within the app, and you can have a look on there, really.
So ever since you started, you've always been like a self-starter, a self-learner. You taught yourself Photoshop.
Yeah.
You're always trying to learn the newest skills, right? You always have to continue to adapt. You have to be intentional with your learning. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to keep up with the competition.
Exactly that. And yeah, as I said, if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't have made Contapp as a bootstrapped startup. It was because I self-taught myself Photoshop, done all the marketing, assessments, lessons, put it to practice. I've saved myself a lot of money, and because I've done all that, I've actually started and grown a business exactly how I'd want to, instead of outsourcing it to another company who have probably got the same idea that I want to portray, but haven't got the same vision, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to do things yourself rather than sending an email to someone with all the points and then hoping they get it right, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone's looking to start a business, I thoroughly recommend to invest in yourself and learn what you're not good at, and start from there. Really, there's no like time you have to do it by. It's an ongoing process.
Yeah, it really is. And there's so many resources available in this day and age.
Oh yeah.
Just being able to tap into them, because we always have questions, when we're going through our day to day, but then being able to rely upon our resources or our connections.
Yeah.
Would you say like being part of some of the startup associations have helped you? I don't know too much about some of the associations. If you could provide some insight.
Yeah, I mean, startup associations are good because everyone is in the same boat when you're in a startup association. So in startups, you've got people with different ages, different knowledge, different experience, different industries, and you can kind of pick people's brains in that sense. And yeah, like I said, everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's a startup. So yeah, I definitely recommend looking into those. We're at Contapp's actually partnering with a private members club for startups at the end of this month. So if anyone wants to, join that, just let me know and I'll be able to forward you Chris's details. It's Chris Caffey from Legacy Club. So yeah, I'll be able to put an introduction in for you. And Chris is a great guy, and he's got a great community with him for startups. And yeah, I'll be more than happy to do that for all the listeners.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. This brings us to our quote section. How many millionaires do you know who have become wealthy by investing in savings accounts? I rest my case. This was from Warren Buffett.
That's a good one, actually.
If you could go back to when you were 18 years old today, what's some of the advice you would give yourself now that you have all this knowledge?
To create a strong, powerful network. So as I mentioned, LinkedIn for me is one of the key business tools for that. So yeah, network as much as possible, talk to the right people, and build relationships as you go. You can't, meet someone straight away and start selling to them. That's not really, well, in my point of view, the hard sell is never the best sell. So it's always best to nurture relationships and build relationships as time goes on, rather than sell. If you go to a networking event, for example, everyone there wants to sell to you. But if you're there to build relationships, and in a month's time maybe revisit that and say, oh, hi, I met you at this event, we spoke about this, would you mind having a Zoom call with me to discuss some opportunities? I think people will be more inclined to want to work with you. So yeah, definitely investing in yourself, in some skills that you want to learn, and create a really strong network and build relationships with people.
I agree with you completely. It's really your approach, because a lot of the times people will send an email or a LinkedIn message, and it's initially they're trying to sell you right away, but you have to build that relationship. When you first meet someone, you're not going to say, 100%. Buy this right away. You're going to say, hi, my name is this, I'm from here.
Yeah, well, like you mentioned, LinkedIn is like a prime example for that, because I don't know about you, but every day I'll probably get a huge paragraph saying like, hi, Giuseppe, this is me, blah, blah, this is what I sell, this. And by the time I've read, this is what I sell, I kind of click off it. So yeah, people, instead of introducing themselves and, finding out a bit more about each other and building a relationship, people go in for the sell straight away, and that puts me off immediately, which is the same for us, I suppose, many people.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the Big Cat Lounge community?
Well, if there's anything on this chat that sparks an interest, or you have any questions about, I'm very active on LinkedIn, so feel free to connect with me on there. Mention that you've listened to this podcast. My name is Giuseppe Milazzo, so or even search Contapp, and I'm the only person at Contapp, so I'll be easy to find on there. But yeah, if you've got any advice, any questions that you need answering, I'll be more than happy to share my knowledge with you. And yeah, if you're interested in Contapp, it's available to download for free on iOS and Android. Follow us on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. We're very active on there, and our branding is pretty cool if you want to engage with us. And yeah, it's free to download. And yeah, if you want to try on the premium plans, just drop me a message and I'll be more than happy to give you that as well. Yeah, it's a great opportunity to be on here. So yeah, thanks a lot for the opportunity so far.
Oh, thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your knowledge and insight. We learned so much. And yes, we do recommend everyone go and download the Contapp app. It is free. So I will be providing links after this episode.
Wicked. All right.
Thank you again.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening all the way to the end, or if you skip through, much appreciated as well. If you know someone from any of the countries that we haven't captured yet on the Big Cat Lounge podcast, please ask them to send us an email at bigcatlounge@gmail.com. Big Cat KZ out.